It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, a beautiful day for a neighbor. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? Yes, Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, childhood memories. Remember how we used to get up early in the morning and click on Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood and check him out, and Sesame Street would be on, and all of those good things. I don't know why that's in my mind this morning. I guess I'm tapping into my inner child, and that's a good thing to tap in to the inner child and live from a space of enthusiasm and joy and happiness and just knowing that everything is well. Everything is beautiful, and it is going to be a beautiful day in the neighborhood. I have on my party shirt, I wore this for New Year's Eve as well. This was my casual party because life can be a party. Life is a party. It's not about, doing reckless things out here and being a wild person and da 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 da. No, 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 no. That's not what it is. But life is a party. Life is fun. Life should be fun. Life has its ups and downs. It has its peaks and valleys. But yes, life is a party. I remember, and now see, my mind is just racing at a million miles a minute. I'm up and I'm awake, and my mind is racing. I woke up with a race, and I have to calm it down and bring it down. It's not the monkey mind, because it's not that everything is in my mind, but it's just that my mind has been active all night. We've been active. So I was just thinking about, yeah, life's a party. That was a song, one of the earliest songs that Whitney Houston recorded with her mom. It was a song called Life's a Party, and she was about maybe 16 when she recorded it. Yeah, maybe a little bit younger than that, maybe. But it's a great track. If you can find it, look it up. Put in Life's a Party, Whitney Houston, Sissy Houston, great song. And life is a party. So it's all about perspective, though, right? Right? We're having fun this morning. I'm grateful to be awake and alive and well, and I'm glad to see each person that is entering in the room this morning. We have to run out and do some things. We've got some activities to do today, and then we'll come back and do our sacred service for the day, as well as we always do each and every day, because every day is a ministry. It's not just what I do on YouTube. It's not just what I do online or on social media, but that is what we do every single day of our lives. So I'm excited to be here, excited to be amongst each and every person that is here. If you're present, you can say hello. Hello, hello, hello. Let me know that you are alive and well. Today, we are going to be talking about grace. And we hear that in so many religious circles. There's a terminology for grace, the grace of God. What does grace actually mean? What does it represent to each of us? And grace is a powerful, powerful, powerful tool. Hello, my sister. So good to see you today. Glad that you're present with me. Grand Rising is early, early, early. This is a wonderful opportunity for spiritual work and the spiritual time. Grand Rising, Scott Mason. So very good to see you as well. Grateful for each and every person that is flowing into this sacred space. We're talking about grace, grace, grace. I accept grace gratefully and offer it generously. Think about the times that you've had to extend grace to yourself and extend grace to others. Grand Rising, everybody that is flowing in. This is the reading for Tuesday, February the 10th, 2026. I accept grace gratefully and offer it generously in the Daily Word, Unity publication. And let us begin. Grace is a divine gift that can manifest as love, generosity, kindness, and help. I need not pray for grace. I need only open myself to it in the many ways it comes into manifestation. The unexpected kindness, the serendipity that spared me a dreaded outcome, being forgiven for hurt I've caused, are all ways God's grace comes to me. Every situation and all suffering can be transformed by grace. My heart knows this. I'm grateful for the grace I have received in the past, and I trust it will be blessed again and again, and I will be blessed again and again as I surrender all that troubles and disturbs me. I'm also a channel for grace. When I lend my hand in service, when I let the little things go, I am bringing God's grace to others. But by grace of God, by the grace of God, I am what I am. And his grace toward me has not been in vain, as found in 1 Corinthians 15 and 10, as stated by the Apostle Paul. And we're going to light our sacred serenity candle and think about how we have extended grace to ourselves and to others, and to think about God's grace towards us. I want to be very careful with the terminology grace, because we make errors and we make mistakes and we do wrong. And sometimes we do these things, they're called in religious circles sins of omission, where we don't even realize that we've done a wrong or we've caused a harm or an injury to somebody. We don't, those of us that are in a healthier space don't go around intentionally trying to harm and do mean things to people, unless we're just out of alignment in that moment and season of our lives and we're going around hurting people and not caring. So, when you think about God's grace, the religious context jumps up. Sometimes I know it does for me. I don't know about other people, because we learned that grace spares us from the judgment of God. Right? Grace spares us from possible an unpleasant reward, a consequence that we'll have to pay for, if you start thinking in religious terms. So the thing is how to reframe that and how to unpack that in a way that is not religious, where we are extended the grace simply because God is grace, simply because God is love. And we extend it also to ourselves. Forgive ourselves. Be kind to ourselves when we make an error or we make a wrong decision or a choice that impacts others in a not so pleasant way. How do we forgive ourselves? So you have to then go in and do the spiritual work within and say, I release and I forgive myself for what I didn't know. I release and forgive myself for the things that, I was unaware of. And sometimes we do things not even realizing, being cognizant of what it is that we're doing. So when people hurt us, we have to release it, forgive as soon as possible. That doesn't mean that we have to reconnect with them. That doesn't mean that we have to reestablish a relationship with people. Am I right about it? I mean, really, you have to forgive, but it doesn't mean that they have the right to enter back into our space, especially if they're still healing on their journey and trying to get their head together and everything like that. We forgive, we let it go, we release it. We don't want to harbor it because that's only going to in turn make us sick. It's going to stress us out. It's going to get us in a space of anxiety and anger and bitterness and resentment that's only going to turn on us in the end. But we think we're being strong sometimes by holding it. Oh, I'm holding on. I'm not going to let it go. They're going to pay for it for the rest of their lives. So no, we extend the grace to them. We extend mercy to people. That's the best thing that we can do rather than harboring it. So anything that we're harboring this morning, I want you to release that. I invite you to release it, let it go, let it be. Don't hold on to it. There are things that are even happening in society that can make us very angry. And yes, do we have to give grace to people? We have to give the grace for ourselves to release any type of anger or bitterness. Thank you so much for liking this video. I do appreciate it. Release it and let it go. Release things that you've held against yourself that are only going to harm you in the end, and allow it to rest. Allow it to rest. Allow it to be. And so I invite you in this moment in time to turn within. Thankful for this moment in time with each heart here. Thankful for this space and for this community. Thankful for what it is becoming. Thankful for the lovely and beautiful hearts that come each and every day. So very grateful for each life here. I speak the word of oneness with the one power, one presence, and the one life, knowing that each life represented here, each incarnation, each soul, each spirit, each manifested life that is vibrant here is that expression of the Most High God and one with it. How good it is to rise another day and to be able to give thanks and praises for the word sound that was given this day that came through. We're so very grateful for the grace of God, the grace that has been extended to us, and the grace that we extend to other people, and the grace that we extend to ourselves. If there's anything that is lingering that we're holding on to, we release it now because we know that grace and forgiveness go hand in glove. So right now, we release any type of grudge that we may be holding against someone who wronged us or who we perceive as wronging us. We free them and we free ourselves. And we let the law of life do its duty and do its work in each heart, in ourselves, number one, first and foremost, in terms of how we perceive, how we love, how our love can grow, how our love can be expanded as we extend this grace to others as well as ourselves, and how we receive the grace of God. Right now, I'm knowing that each heart can come and step into a place and space of worthiness, where we know that we are worthy of love, we are worthy of grace. And when we know that we're worthy of love and we're worthy of grace and we're worthy of forgiveness, we then in turn forgive others and extend that love and grace to others because they are worthy of it too. For each person that we meet, each encounter that we have, no matter how discouraging and disappointing the situation can be, every person is a child of the Creator. And when we shift our focus into seeing them as such, it enables us to extend more grace, more love, more forgiveness to those that have wronged us or caused us injury or harm, either knowingly or unknowingly to themselves. And so right here, right now, I sit in gratitude and thanksgiving for the ability to forgive, for the ability to extend grace, to forgive Lori, to forgive others, and that others step into the place and space of self-forgiveness and self-love, knowing that through each error, we are growing. Through each misstep, we are growing. Through each mistake, we are growing. We own our mistakes. We own our shortcomings. Yes, but we don't have to carry them for the rest of our lives or let them identify us as who we are. We move forward from any type of misstep, mistake, error, sin of omission, which simply just means missing the mark. And we move forward in newfound freedom every day. And we see any type of mistake as a learning opportunity, extending grace to ourselves and extending the same grace to others when they make a misstep or a mistake. We're thankful for this grace. We're thankful for the love, the unending love of God that shows itself and shines itself in us, through us, and as us. And so right here, right now, we can let this be and rest it here. And so it is. Amen and Ashe. We live in a world that prides itself on harboring animosity and being vengeful. Yeah, we live in that kind of world where a lot of people are vibing on that particular frequency because it makes them feel strong. It makes them feel empowered. It makes them feel, I'm holding on to something. I'm not going to let that go. We drag each other, even on social media, which can sometimes be a toxic space, even with cancel culture. That's not extending grace and love to people. That's not the kind of grace that we would want. That's, just harboring, So, we have to be very, very mindful that we don't succumb to the way of the culture, to the modern day way of doing things and thinking that, vindication and revenge and harboring animosity and holding things over people's heads for the rest of their lives, arresting them in time where they can't even move forward because you got to remind them and throw it in their face each and every day of their lives of the error that they made 35 years ago. How you living, y'all? How you living? That was 35 years ago. That was 10 years ago. We drag stuff and pull stuff up on people from 35 years ago. Why? Because that's who you are today. Why? Because I said so. That's who you are. That's who I say that you are today. 35 years ago, yeah. You went and shoplifted 35 years ago, but that's what's going on today. Why? Because I just found out about it today. I just found out about it today on you. But you did that 35 years ago. Oh, so that you must still be doing that. You couldn't have possibly grown or evolved. You couldn't have possibly changed. You couldn't possibly be a totally different person today. No way. No way. But you did it 35 years ago, so it must still be popping and going on right now, right? Causing all kinds of dis-ease. Exactly, my sister. Exactly. So this is what we see. Cancel culture is not extending grace. It is the opposite. Low vibrational chatter is negative and toxic. So how are you extending grace today? To yourself? How are you receiving it for yourself? And how are you extending it to others? That's the contemplation of this day. I love you so very much. Have an amazing day. Thank you so much for joining me. Like and share this video if you can, if it has blessed you. And I will see you again tomorrow at 7 a.m. Eastern Time. Thank you so much for being with me. Yes, we get to be living examples of grace. That's it. That's what it's all about, being a living, loving example of the grace of the Most High God, extending it to ourselves, receiving it for ourselves, and extending it to others. Be blessed. Bye-bye. Thank you.